All right, here we go. Yeah, so quick story. I was learning, how to code, and man, it was pretty cool. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, but I like it. It's really cool. It's like the ultimate video game. Has there's so much you can do with it. Everything is with the language model. So the toughest thing to make was the AI bots. That was like the toughest thing. I tried to redo it, but it didn't work. So I'm gonna tell you what I got right here. So here, this is what I made so far. So this is gonna be a project of mine. Yeah, obviously. Anyways, you're gonna make a you're gonna make a character, right? So we're gonna take a character, take any picture, any video. Try to keep the video like 10 seconds or less. So I got this girl here. And then we're going to go to this. So before that, we'll go back to the her. And we're going to hit this autofill. And it's going to fill in all this status. Like her name. I want to make sure we hit female for the voice. Because sometimes you'll get like a manly voice if you forget to hit that. You will get that. So it does the AI generation is going to fill up all this information. You can fill it up yourself. You can give it storyline, this and that. And then now we're going to pick a background. So background, and I just loaded this one for now. And check it out. Boom. And you just start chatting with her. So be like, oh yeah, before you chat with her, let's autofill this too. Because it gives a description of the background. And it'll tell like time or day. And you're just going to apply all, I guess, whatever. And right here, this goal. So the protagonist must navigate the treacherous temple. That way you kind of have an idea of what to talk about. So then if you want to chat, you can be like, um, gonna hit send. And she's just right there. So, and it has a voice replay. So I did set it on transparent, just because I wanted to. If you want to read it, you can, but I had it.
Yes, I'm ready to go through the Sky Temple. I see the white stone and golden statues glittering in the sun. Nay, I'm excited to find the oracle and maybe some treasure too.
So you can go back to this persona button here, and all these things like her habits are, and right at the bottom here, it'll say your relationship, right? So I'm a supportive friend, right? But watch if I change it to like her lover, right? Watch how she responds. Also, you could change like knowledge limit or boundaries, like what are the limits? What can you talk about? Because sometimes they'll say you can't say anything like this, but if you put like no limit, I'm gonna say no limit. All right. Now if I say So she's thinking. I also have a little auto correct here for any kind of misspelling. That's me. She says, "What? How come she didn't answer me yet?" Okay, so she did have a respond. It just took a while, but she responded twice. And it says usage limits. Okay, so that just means that because the chat that I'm using, it is charging you to use their chat, and you get a certain amount free a day. So I was testing it out earlier, so I already used up all my chat that I had in there. But it was like 0.7 cents, you know. And then I don't know. There's like it's like you get a certain amount free, but once you use up that free thing, then if you want to pay, you can. But I'm good. But yeah, you can read it, you know. But you get free reading. That's just the talking. So you can type in as much as you want. So let's see what she says. She says, "Oh, hello there." I can't even read it. But anyways, pretty cool, right? Now the thing is this too. Like if you can change the background. So you go to the scene and you could change a different background. I got some K-pop. So you change. It's going through a lot of photos. So wow. And let me load up a video. Oh damn! Look at that. Even lets me load a video for the background. So not only do I load a video for her, but I'm loading in a video for the background while I'm chatting. So yeah, and now when you ask what's going on, now you're not in the temple, right? Because if you go to here and you say autofill, so it's going to autofill the information about where we're at. And you're going to hit apply all. And see right here the goals. You can it says a negotiate trade agreement with the temple elder. All right, so now the story changed, and you can be like, and the story is going to change because now it's going to be more directly towards the elder, making a negotiation with the elder. So that's I could make this text a little bit lighter. I could show you how to do that. And the reason why I did that was because I had another version of this. Because say you wanted this girl full screen, right? And you got all this chat floating around. You want to be able to read the chat as well as see this girl or whatever. And the same thing, the girl could change too. So like for instance, we can click on this and we're going to go back to the character and we're going to load a brand new character. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see, but you could change a brand new character. It could be anime or whatever. But say I change to, let's say I change to this. Vegeta, right? So I changed the Vegeta, and we're gonna change his voice to Mel because you don't want to sound like a girl. Yeah, all those were kind of hard to see, you know, with the transparency. You could kind of fix that. You can fix everything. All right, now watch this. You see his name, Hana. I'm gonna do an autofill, and it should say Vegeta. See that? It recognizes that character. It calls it the Prince of Saiyan, and now guess what? Everything. This is the real Vegeta that's gonna be running with you through the temple now. Is that sick? And he's AI, dude. So he's AI. He's gonna be running with you. The only thing that I'm working on right now, currently, is I'm trying to. I'm gonna load up. I'm gonna do a double. I'm gonna have two characters. So I'm gonna build where I have two characters. So I had what's her name and Vegeta, because then you can alternate from the both of them. And I want to make it where if I tap Vegeta, he'll be down here and I could talk to him. Or if I tap the other girl, then I'll be chatting with her. And we'll both be on a quest together. So this is like next level stuff, you know. Because a lot of the chatbots out there, they can only do one and they can't run videos. Mostly they just got an image popping around. But, you know, it's how you want to make the build. I should kind of lighten up these letters because this is hard to read anyways. And no one's going to want to pay for chat. You know, no one's going to want to pay 0.7. It might not be a lot, but once you start doing streaming or videoing or making YouTube channels or whatever. But this is so fun, bro. I got to tell you. All right, so let's do it. Okay, so now to code, right? I'm going to go into the chat here. And this is where you start coding. And then I'm going to paste in this code that I have. So I have made it with ChatGPT. And I just done this here. A copy as a big line of code that I had chat put together for me. And that's it. You just have chat put it together for you. You bring it to this bad boy and you put it in here. I just copy the whole thing, paste it. The whole thing, even though it says, thank you, this and that in the beginning. But anyways, here we go. So, it's analyzes the code. And the thing is, a lot of this code, you know, take a look at it. Start understanding what's happening here. Because when you do, like, there's things that say placeholders. You know what a placeholder is? A placeholder is something that holds the words, you know, that you gotta switch it out, you know. And you know, there's free classes. Even ChatGPT will teach you. Yeah, but the other one I had, I made another one called Solo. So this is Echo Vision clone. So here's the thing. It's not like Photoshop and Illustrator. Photoshop, Illustrator, you can do a Control Z, yeah, to undo. Like say you made a mistake. Like it's running all these codes. Like all this codes is going through the system there. And what is it doing? It's going through the system. It's writing all these codes. And then it could even mess it up. You just messed up your code. Yeah, and they say it's like you're building the stack of cards. And the best thing is to kind of do it very slow, in a sense. Like you want to just put one card at a time, actually, to build a good solid card foundation versus stacking up a bunch of codes together and say, hey, I want two characters, and I want it to be like I push her and then you don't move, or you have two people in animation, you know. And it's it gets really complicated. So when it does that, it can it can crash. And when it crashes and you try to say, hey, can you pull back the old file? I don't want you to do that. Undo that. And it's like, yeah, sure, I'll undo that. And then it tries to undo that and write back the same code. And when it does that, it's over, because there's so many different codes that's running through it. And for it to try to rebuild it, it's just complete garbage. And you can lose it. You can lose all the effort that you built. So that's why even some of the pros out there, they definitely back up their files. So, and it's and you have to. And it's just like when you're playing Metroid, you only got 3 games. You only got three games, but you're saving in different areas too of the map. So if you want to practice in this area, you go there. If you want to practice in this area, you can move there. But you basically, those 3 games are one game. And like right here, where I'm given 3 to use for free. And if you want to make more, you can pay. But this is the best one, I would say, if you want to try it out for free. I tried Replit, and Replit cost me $30. $30 a month when I first tried it, right? And Replit is a coding agent, kind of like this, a coding platform. All right, so let's see what happened. And okay, so it built, it's got 2 personas now. It's got an autofill. Okay, and we're gonna scroll down. You got male, female, everything's pretty much the same. Okay, so lots of images there. So it's real basic here, right? Real basic build. Okay, so first persona, we are second. You can select. Okay, so we're gonna click. All right, and we're gonna choose a video. So let's see if we can handle 2 videos. I'll take this girl. Okay, she's high. We're gonna do a autofill. And it's gonna fill the information. There we go. Apply, close. Yeah, but you could put any character. So I've got like tons and tons of characters, like warriors. I have tons and tons of characters. Okay, so now, well, let's see if it can load the second persona. So we're gonna choose file, and we're gonna do a different girl. Cross your fingers, guys. Done. Here she is. But she's didn't load up. She's not on the screen, right? So if she's not on the screen, then she didn't pop up on the screen. So not to worry about it. We're gonna do a auto on the second character. So it is recognizing a second character's there, but she's not displaying on the screen too. So easy fix. I'll show you. Okay, in scene, we're gonna throw a scene. Right now, I just got this one scene that I uploaded. I could put a tons of maps in there. So here she is in that area, and then you can type. And she's she's answering pretty quick. But I wanted 2 characters, right? I want to run with 2 chicks. So to fix that, I'm gonna just, this is what's so crazy, bro. All you gotta do is you just gotta take a screenshot, right? You just take a screenshot of where you're at, especially when you have like issues, But I'm just gonna take a screenshot. I don't need to take a screenshot, but I'll just take a screenshot. All right, and then we'll crop it off like this. Save. Go to chat, and then ChatGPT. I'll just be like, all right, I'm gonna paste this, and then I'll just There we go. So persona is just like the ID to create a character. And then I just say enter. Boom. And guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna look. It's gonna figure out. All right. Well, I'm looking at your picture. I only see one person. I don't know why. And then it's gonna try to figure it out. And when it does, I just take the code. I give it to the other guy. The other guy puts it up for me. So coding, you don't really even need to code. You just need to have the idea, you know, and look at. And it's good to try to like read, understand, because then you'll kind of learn somewhat. So it says, you know, it says what it says there. Overlay for 2 characters, one on the left, one on the right. And I like how it breaks it down, you know, these colors here. And you see right there how it says object cover, class names, you know, mute, autoplay, loops, you know, all these things like objectives. Like, you know, when I started prompting, it was like when I was in Midjourney, right? Because Midjourney, you had to write like AR quotation mark by 3-4, you know, something like that. You had to learn how to write like that because that controlled the ratio of the size. And if you were just off by putting a space in there or putting something that's not supposed to be there, it's not going to work. And same thing with this thing. And this thing is like way lots. Okay. So check it out. It's done. So I'm just going to copy it all. Like this. Copy all. Copy. Bring it to Firebase right here. And we're going to go to the chat. And then right here. Put it in the box. Paste. Boom. Now you could talk to Firebox and say, hey, it didn't work. There was only two girls. Or only one girl. Because this is the one that's actually putting in the codes. This is the one that's going to be building it. But see, if you get someone like, normally they do it through here. But, you know, when you see a lot of tutorials, they're going to teach you and do it from here. And try to have this person fix it. But you can have another AI agent work on it too. And another thing is, not just one, but you can have another one and another one. Like I even went to I tried to use a DeepSeek speech model because they said that a DeepSeek speech model was like a lot better and gooder and speaks better and whatever. But when I tried it out, man, I gave it a DeepSeek and DeepSeek wrote up all this code, right? And then I took it back to chat, right? ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was like, no, don't use that code. I'm like, okay. I was like, why not? He was like, yeah. And then on top of that, I had to try to get like a API key for DeepSeek. You know, like this one, you need an API key too. Like, especially when you're working with projects. But this one, instead of shooting all those letters at you, you could do a auto. You could do like an auto API key. So I like that. And then if you wanted to do a real one, you can too. But just to get through it quick, yeah. So yeah, and it's doing its thing. And let's see if it's going to fix the problem. If it does, hooray. If not, you know, nay. But as you can see, it's like, it's crazy, right? And another thing is, Photoshop. Who knew, right? Who knew that Photoshop or like graphic design back in the days? You know, back in the days we were learning about how to do webs and art and logo and all this stuff. But now it really comes to play, especially with AI coders, because all you have to do now is you just build it. You build the template in Photoshop. You make the website. This is what the website wants to look like using Illustrator tools, using text, using boxes, and you know what? This will build it for you. In fact, I don't use Photoshop. I use this other program in here, and it's called Airflow or something. Yeah, but you build the whole UI, right? You're gonna build the whole scrolling UI from top down, the whole thing, and it will build that for you. It will code that for you. So it's done. We're gonna preview, and we're gonna preview. Here we are again. All right, so let's see. So number one, we're gonna load, and I want to kind of load these animated ones. You know, they're all like a 10 to 5 seconds, 10 to 5 seconds or less. Because if you're loading anything more than that, you may have problems. And it's yeah, there's a lot of people out there who make clips like that. So this app, I think a lot of people are going to be on it, you know, because they can tell their story with their artwork that they made. So, and you know, it's gonna target like whoops, character 2, load, character 2. Yeah, I've been working on it all day. So there it is. Boom, you got 2 characters. Now you're ready to roll. So now you got 2 characters, scene, and let's put in a scene, right? So the scene is, I only have this temple right now. I haven't, you know, I could load a bunch of stuff later, but for now, just to get things going. And there you go. Boom. So you got 2 girls here. Oh, she doesn't even have she doesn't have a profile, because see, her name is character 2. So I'm gonna go back to her and I'll put autofill. You can name anything you want, but this is crazy, bro. This is hella crazy, man. Like all that AI artwork and music and video is like, this is the next level, bro. This is definitely the next level. So now, what? So she doesn't have a name, huh? Let's see. Let's see if I can write her name. Let's call her Gina. Oh, okay. So yeah, at least you can type in her name. So whatever, Wawa. Okay. So yeah, that's good. And when you have it, it's working, you want to test out the chat. So number 1, Wawa, right? So look at that, message Wawa. Boom, I click on the other one, message Hannah. See that? I'm gonna type I'm gonna type anything. All right, so that's going to her. I'm gonna type her, see if it works. Chat, and it's gonna be, you know, you kind of don't know who's talking, but you see these little icons here with the purple and the star. Yeah, so you could kind of make it where it says that when you type it, when you click in them, their names change down here. So you are talking to them, but however, you know. Oh, and you know what? One thing is too. Oh, but you know, since I ran out of the voice, see, you could tell, because one thing is that this app does too is the speech style is insane. So like speech style, you can customize it. You could change it to how they speak. Like even Vegeta, when Vegeta speaks, his thing will be like, he's aggressive, he's this and that. He's just Vegeta's character. And traits. So there was a lot of unfills in there. So yeah, that's something you wanna look at, because the autofill isn't filling in. So that's a mistake we got to look at, and we just got to say, hey, when I'm doing the autofill, it's not working. So we'll just have to correct that. But for now, I'm doing, these are really good results. Let's try to load in the background. Let's try to load in the clip background. So we're gonna go to choose a file, and let's load in a movie clip background. So we can put them right here, like a movie clip background right here. So you got all this stuff popping. So yeah, it's a sick app that I was working on. At first, it was just building the chat bot itself, and that was definitely the toughest one. It was hardest. It was like one of the hardest things for me to do. But you watch some YouTube and try to pick it up. But I actually, so we're gonna close out of this. I actually did, and we're gonna look at my other files. So we're gonna look at the solo one. Wow. So yeah, building the chatbot itself, because you gotta find the right speech to implement. It's called TNT or something like that, and then I don't know, bro. But when I tried to do it again, it didn't work. So I was lucky. For some reason, I was able to get it to work. And before, I only was able to get a man to work. So then I had to get a woman's voice to work, you know? And the way the woman and man's voice work is that, I have a woman and a man's voice. But instead of trying to get all these voices from people that record their voices, you can just prompt a voice, so you can just start prompting it instead of having to find all these different things. Your app is like, well, my app just prompts the voice, like, oh, this person is going to sound like this and this and this, and then he does. So yeah, so this is my first, not my first try, but this is a try before that one. So that one's more advanced, because it's got two people that you can choose from. So you can either put a boss later that you and a person can go and fight against a boss. So this one's called, this is the one before that prototype. But yeah, and this one here is called Echo Vision Solo. So don't be trying to copyright me. But anyways, that's not what's so important. This one is different because this one, load in the character and watch this character. Boom. You load that in, and we're gonna load in, yeah, and there she is. You see that? So it's like a real live. Oh, and it says, please upload. Oh, okay. Huh?
My iPad.
Oh, your iPad? Oh, my bad. Here.
Look at my...
Oh, okay. Yeah, hold on. I gotta fix my guy's little iPad. Okay, wait, Kenji, okay? Can you wait a little bit?
Okay.
So the reason why I had an error, like I try to chat, it won't work, because, this error is saying that you need to upload both images for it to work. So now you're gonna upload the background, and the background, I'm just using this building here. But once since I already, the main thing is having it all come together, and the autofill is gonna fill it all up. And the autofill, is a very good thing to have, because there's no way I want to really go through it all and fill these things. So I'm gonna go back to the persona, the person, and we're gonna give her autofill. There is like a one that's set at default. close. You want to give her a female voice, because even the autofill doesn't fill in that she's a male or female. And you know, this is this little side plate here. That's like the field card, because it just shows like the field that you're at the temple, or you can be like, yeah, I'm at the temple here. Kind of know where you're at, and then you can just close it like that, so it's not in the way. And you start typing now. So see, this is why I want it to be transparent, because if I kept it not transparent, then she's just gonna be all blocked with words. But if you have her at this stage, you know, if you have her like this, you see how it's like how the words actually kind of you know what I mean, almost makes it like she's censored. So it's a very interesting style and touch, so that when you're making a video or a clip, you can just make a video like this and be like, yo bro, I got this, you're making this app, it's sick, we want it, you know. And it's like, bro, this is like crazy, man, because everybody's artwork can come to life. You can load up anybody, and fictional work, it'll recognize fictional work. But if you try to load up like Will Smith, it won't put him down as Will Smith. It won't put his background in, which is good, you know. Or like, you know, Donald Trump, anybody like that, you know, you have pictures like that, it won't let you do it, because there's a policy that I put in too, to not do that. Because if you do that, guess what? Firebase is with Google, and they have the right to destroy your app. They have the right to take your codes and trash it, you know. But that's why you want to save your codes and put it on an outside source somewhere. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks a lot, and yeah, level up, bros. It's sick. It's fun. You can build anything, man. Anything's possible.